Hello! Hi! What is up? Today the tea is scorching, I guess. Today I'm doing the unpopular book opinions tag. Wait, I said that so weird. I'm doing the unpopular opinions book tag. I tried to think of answers that were like genuinely unpopular opinions and tried not to give answers that most people would give. There's a couple questions in this tag that I don't have solid concrete answers to, but you know, it's cool, whatever. Okay, so let's go. First question is popular book or series I didn't like. The book I picked for this question was Taylor Jones and the Six by Daisy Jenkins Reid. I go more in depth about why I didn't like this book in my popular books I didn't like video, but the story and the plot was just boring and I didn't find it very interesting, and I didn't find any of the characters interesting. In general, I just don't really understand any of the hype surrounding this book. I don't think I ever will, but that's okay. The next question is a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate that you love. I thought really hard about this question and I couldn't think of anything. Probably because nothing that I like is bad, but you know, because I have great taste. I mean, the only thing that I could really think of is like Twilight, but I don't want to say Twilight because I feel like everybody kind of hates and loves Twilight at the same time. And I don't even really particularly enjoy the Twilight books. I kind of just enjoy Twilight as a franchise. The next question is a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. So I haven't read too many books with love triangles just because I tend to not enjoy them. So obviously my first thought when it comes to love triangles is The Infernal Devices, and honestly I don't really like what Cassandra Clare did with the love triangle. The romance between Tessa and Jem to me felt very forced, and they didn't really seem to have any kind of they didn't seem to have any genuine romantic chemistry. They had a great friendship in my opinion, but there wasn't really anything romantic between them. They did genuinely love each other as people and as friends, but I don't think there was anything romantic about them. Their relationship being anything more than platonic just didn't feel right. At the end of Clockwork Princess though, I kind of like that it wasn't really explicitly stated that they were kind of getting back together or revisiting their romantic endeavors. It was just more of them reconnecting as people and as friends, but I didn't really enjoy the forced romance between them. I mean, she literally friend-zoned him 3 times. The next question is a popular genre that I hardly reach for. I don't care for sci-fi at all. Sci-fi is boring. I don't like it. I don't understand it. I'm never gonna get into it. I don't like reading about spaceships and space. What else is there? I either feel like I'm reading a National Geographic article or watching Star Trek, and I don't want to do either of those things either. I also don't really reach for fantasy. I like fantasy if it's kind of a regular story with fantasy elements sprinkled, or the fantasy world is kind of merged with normal life, like Harry Potter. Game of Thrones and stuff. I tried with Game of Thrones and it didn't happen. I got 80 pages in and I had to put it down because I felt tired, I needed a nap. The next question is a popular or beloved character that you do not like. So going back to The Infernal Devices, Jem Carstairs. Okay, let's talk about it. I like Jem's character, but I don't like Jem's character. I like Jem and Tessa's friendship. Well, okay, no. I like Jem and Will's friendship, and I like their, thing, whatever. I like Tessa with Jem, but I don't really like Jem with Tessa. Jem practically manipulated Tessa into agreeing to marry him. He literally said some shit I'm dying and I just want to love someone before I die and whatever else. How is she gonna say no? How is she gonna say no to that? She literally said multiple times before he proposed to her and whatever that,
oh my god, but Jem's just my friend. He's just my friend. I can't think of him like that.
And she literally said to him, oh, you're a great friend, Jem. And he got offended because she friend-zoned him. And then he comes at her with, oh, I want to marry you. I'm dying. Obviously she's gonna say yes. And then the entire time that they're engaged, she's basically just reiterating the idea, in her mind, that she's doing this for him. Like, over and over, she repeats the same kind of shit in her head. Oh, this is for him. Like, I'm doing this for Jem. Like, this is for him. He's dying. I have to do this and that because his life is, you know, the days are numbered, whatever. And because he pulled that shit, I like him less as a character. But like I said, I like him and Will's friendship, and I like Tessa with Jem. Except, I don't know. I don't like Jem with Tessa. That, no. I didn't like that. I didn't like how he pulled that shit. No. Nope, no. Not for me. The next question is a popular author that you can't seem to get into. I've never specifically just tried to read one author's like set of works, I guess. The only thing close to an author that I can't get into that I can really think of is Rainbow Rowell, and not because I've like read all of her books and I just don't like them, but because I read Fangirl and I liked Fangirl, and then I read Eleanor and Park and I didn't like Eleanor and Park. And since Eleanor and Park, everything else that she's come out with, I just haven't cared about. Eleanor and Park just completely ruined it for me. I don't care to read Rainbow Rowell anymore. Changed my mind, whatever. The next question is a popular book trope that you are tired of seeing. The Chosen One and Insta-love. But the thing is, I feel like everyone hates Insta-love, so that's not that unpopular. But The Chosen One, I think some people are kind of into The Chosen One. But I can't stand The Chosen One. I think it's such a cop-out. I can't stand this trope because it makes no sense. In real life, if any Chosen One situation were to happen, the Chosen One would at least question why they were the Chosen One. But in books, typically, usually, most of the time, the Chosen One never really questions, why me? Why do I have to do it? It's always just like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's me. I'm the Chosen One. And the Chosen One is always just so willing to just save the world and do whatever else they're expected to do. And it just comes off as lazy writing to me, because automatically just declaring that one character is destined to do this and that, it avoids the need for like in-depth world building and character development and just says, here, this is the story, this is how it's gonna go. The next question is a popular series that you have no interest in reading. My answer for this might change. Right now, I have no interest in reading like the Dark Artifices for like the Bane Chronicles and whatever. I don't think I'll ever want to read the Bane Chronicles, but you know. I actually never read City of Heavenly Fire. I read all the other ones, but that one. I bought it. It's on my shelf. Haven't read it. And I don't remember enough about the series to just read the book. So I'm planning on rereading The Mortal Instruments because I want to read City of Heavenly Fire. And then after I finish that, I might want to read The Dark Artifices. But as of now, I don't really care about it. I feel like the Shadow Hunter world, it's got to end at some point. So, and the last question is, what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This book was nowhere near as good as the show. I've only seen like the first season, which is basically what this book is. It's just the first season. But I watched the show before I read the book, so I already knew what happened, but it has to be good. It wasn't. There were so many scenes from this book that I remember from the TV show that were like important, serious, dramatic scenes, and in the book they were just kind of brushed over nonchalantly or written about in like a relaxed manner, and nothing seemed very serious. The plot and the story of this book is supposed to be like serious and dramatic and like bad, but it all just seemed very like nonchalant. Nothing seemed very important. And also she writes like dialogue. There were so many times in this book where there'd be dialogue with no quotation marks. So it would be like, go get me oranges, she said, but go get me oranges didn't have any quotation marks. So you're reading it and you're like, wait, who's talking? Someone's talking? What's going on? I think this TV show was much better than the book, by far. So that completes the Unpopular Opinions book tag. Are you mad or not? Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.